Fuck. I tried so hard.
And got so far.
Danny, no. No, Danny, no.
And welcome to episode 150.
100. It's a nice round number.
Nice round number.
Are we doing another roast at 200?
I don't know.
We got lots of time to plan.
Oh, we should pick someone to roast for 200. Have an
say-
exalted guest.
I say we don't even tell them. We just invite them on.
Well, that's every week. Well, we already had Danny on. We can't.
Oh. So welcome to the 1 year anniversary of Hamas attacking Israel.
I can insult Ian for an hour. That's it. Won't take much. It's pretty easy. There's another one. We could insult Nico for an hour. God, that would that'd be the easiest thing in the business.
Yeah, but we can't do that because then we'll have like 2 viewers less than our 2 we have now. Nico,
yeah.
I treat this, and while it is a tragedy and we should never make light of it, I have a very dark sense of humor. And you know all those memes that the Floridians post of them in their pool when it snows and they're like, oh, it's so nice down here. This is me now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having squirrel moments already, so this show is going to be off the rails tonight.
Danny, leave the poor guy alone. He can't concentrate on one thing.
Oh, hey,
God.
Caution, tonight's content may be spicy.
It is gonna be salty.
So.
You didn't introduce us. Well, I kind of interrupted that, so let's go to the introduction first.
Okay. Hey, why did the snowman suddenly smile?
His carrot got moved?
He could see the snowblower coming.
Hey, what happens when a bread factory burns down? It's a toast factory.
What did Cinderella say to Prince Charming?
When she got to the ball, she gagged.
I was going to say, want to see if it fits.
I like mine better.
All
right, let's start this show before we get TOS out of here.
Yep. Should we start over?
No.
Oh my god! Oh, by the way, I did get a message from YouTube.
Oh.
Yep.
Already?
They removed episode 19, Friday edition of Ripping the Rack podcast.
For what?
Medical misinformation policy.
Makes sense with who was on it.
I have no idea. It was episode 19, and it was one of our Friday shows. It says you can see an example around 15 minutes and 30 seconds in your video, but when you click on it, it's gone. You can't see it because they removed it.
Right back with him. Be like, I'd love to watch it. Can you put it back up, please?
Yeah. Can you let me see where it went wrong? And then when they post it, be like, thank you for posting it. I appreciate you. I appreciate your concerns.
So anyway, I'm your host, Tim. With me today is the King of the North. He is Calvin. Calvin, how are you?
I'm fantastic up here in the north. I don't have any floods, don't have any tornadoes, still don't have any snow. So it's
wait a week.
Banger of a day.
Okay. And the Coastal Crusader, Mr. Brian, he is extremely south of me.
They all know Tim.
By mile and a half. Mr. Brian Athern. Brian, how are you?
I am excellent, Tim. How are you?
I am I'm tired.
Oh, wait. I'm tired, I'm old, I'm sore, and I work with children.
Well, I don't work with
That's my favorite CM Punk quote, so.
Oh.
Is that what it was?
Hey, what does a robot do after a one night stand?
Debugs.
He nuts and bolts.
All right, let's get to bowling.
Oh, all right. I'll get rid of I'll get rid of that page because I'll start laughing randomly, probably. So, bowling.
Was
What do we got going on? League started. There was
I bowled.
You did bowl, and
I
you can
did.
walk.
I did. I actually bowled the first time in 11 months. I threw 3 strings last Thursday night with witnesses. It was not me making shit up.
I think you did.
I had witnesses.
I heard every grunt and groan and ouch that he did.
Hey, I went 404.
You just went out and pushed the buttons and said, that was probably a spare.
No, it was funny. It was I took 1 warm-up box, and then I thought
you took what?
1 warm-up box.
You
Just
took
one.
What? One what?
Warm up.
Oh, a warm-up box. Oh, okay.
What do you think I said?
Yeah.
You said warm-up box.
Yeah, it's a warm-up box.
Like, do you not
Listen,
warm up
boot in tomorrow. It's warm-up box.
So I threw the one warm-up box, and I looked up, and it was like, oh, I got to start now because it's starting to keep scoring. My first ball I threw was a strike. And Brian looked at me and called me an asshole. Which
I'm bowling with a pulled back, and it looks horrible. More so than it normally does.
I didn't think was very nice.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong. You are an asshole.
404 for 3 after not picking up a ball for 11 months. I'm pretty happy with that.
Now
I might wait another 11 months to bowl again.
More like 5 weeks when they're like, hey, old man, go throw a string.
Actually, I'm going up. Brian doesn't know this yet, but I'm going up with him Thursday night. Do you need a sub?
I don't know. It's not Thursday yet.
Okay, well, I'm going anyway. So if you need a sub, I will bowl. I will bowl 5 strings.
Yeah, we have to bowl 5.
Like
you can't bowl 3 and then be like, I'm done.
No, I'm going to bowl 5. I am. I'm going to do it.
Stop reading when you're about to talk.
Sorry, this is pertinent information.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You have to wait till somebody else is talking, and then you can look at your stuff.
That's true.
It's about something that we are going to talk about tonight, not the Can-Ams.
Okay,
because we are going to talk about that.
But you can talk about you can read that after you're done talking.
Okay, you know what, Calvin? It's your turn to talk about Canada.
Okay, now you can read. See, it's pretty easy. Canada, not much going on. Not much has changed. I don't have any stats, unfortunately, because nobody sends them to me. But I was at a tournament last Sunday, a doubles tournament at the Drome in Fredericton. It is their monthly doubles. No idea who placed in what, but I do know that the winner was Travis Wallace and his partner, I believe it was John. Don't know John's last name, but good bowling to them. Travis averaged 132 for 7 strings. Oh, he was absolutely on fire. It was awesome to watch. He was crushing the pocket. He was making shots. He was just on fire. So he, not that you'd like to say that, but he definitely carried the team. And so they were the winners. I don't know about every other place, but me and my partner got 7th. Yes. Perfect.
Was that a cash spot?
Yes. It was the very last cash spot. We didn't think we were going to be in the money, so we pieced out early. Went and got milkshakes at the fancy milkshake hut, and Travis messaged us, said we got 7th place. So it was great. I was happy. Got money to pay for this weekend's tournament, which was the 9-pin tournament at Kingswood. The winner there was, I'm intrigued. We'll get back to that in a second.
We will because I actually it brought up a squirrel moment, and Sammy D'Agostino has reached out and said that he will bowl the Easter Classic again if I bowl, but only if I bowl.
Are you two going to do the grown-ups thing and fake an injury halfway through?
Yeah.
I'm so tired. You want to fake injuries? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Anyways,
Sorry.
that's okay. This weekend, 9-pin tournament. Corey Jones was the winner at the 9-pin tournament. I don't know his totals because Corey Smith, who runs the tournament, did not post them. Thank you, Corey Smith, for that. But Corey Jones was the winner. I think it may have been just because Corey Smith didn't want his ego broken because Corey finished second to Corey Jones. So that could be why he didn't want to post it. Third was Ryan Flynn, who finished with a awesome 189 string in the last string. He had a triple in the 4-5-6 and finished with a double. So good finish by Ryan Flynn. Yours truly was fourth, and Tasha Murray was fifth. So again, don't know any totals, but good bowling by them.
Geez, first and fifth, Tasha made some money.
Yeah, Tasha made some money. Tasha made lots of money first and fifth.
Yeah.
She was his biggest supporter throughout the day. So
she always is.
Yeah, his biggest supporter when he makes her money. I see that the Windsor Ladies Open has October to be determined date. So I don't know if that has changed. So the Ladies Open at Avon Valley Lanes in Windsor. So get a hold of them. Scotch doubles handicapped. I don't know if that's still a thing, but October 26th. The Raymond Quesnel Memorial at Kingpin Bowling Alley in Amherst, October 26th and 27th. And then the Battle of the Sexes, which is in October 27th at Avon Valley Lanes as well. So that was Canada. Yay, okay. Canada. Go for Canada. Woot woot.
All right, Brian, you're up. What's going on in America?
I don't know, Tim. You have all the stats. I'm color. You're play-by-play. This is how it's always worked.
Oh, that's how it works.
You're Gorilla and I'm Bobby. It's just how it works, man.
That's how it works.
Brian, sit there and look pretty. You're get all the stats and.
So I have no idea if we've had any tournaments recently because no one has sent me anything.
Bring up Angela. That is a great question. I would love to give you an answer. However, the powers at B believe it is better to do a doubles bounty tournament instead of the 9-pin tournament, which brought them like 50, 60 bowlers. Yeah, don't ask. I don't ask. I tried.
So hold on.
Yeah.
So they got a 9-pin tournament that had a decent turnout.
Yeah.
50 to 60 bowlers, call it.
Correct. Yep.
How many did the last doubles bounty tournament get?
Canceled at 3 teams that were signed up.
Canceled at 3 teams.
Yeah. And posted another one as of like Tuesday, and 2 teams are signed up. The team that's the bounty and the same other team that signed up before.
Who is making this decision? Would it be hold on. You don't no names.
Okay.
Would it be the people running the alley?
The people running the monthly tournament.
Okay. Do I know the people running the monthly tournament?
You would not know them to know them, but you would know them to see them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they watch this show at all?
Not likely.
Okay.
They don't think it's
whomever knows these people.
Yeah.
Tell them they're idiots.
Yeah.
They're dumb, and that is just plain stupid business.
Yeah.
I might have to have more to drink tonight because I may not have had enough.
Don't try and fix things that aren't broken.
Yeah. Probably had the biggest turnouts that we've had for monthly tournaments, and since everyone COVID, was excited to do them for the following season because there was Nova Scotia bowlers who had signed up. There was bowlers out of St. John who had signed up. There was bowlers like we had, like I said, probably 50 to 60 bowlers, and they decided they wanted to do the bounty doubles again, and it got canceled the first time. So
I don't know. I really love the game, and I really love the majority of the people in this game.
Yeah.
The older I get, the less tolerant I become of stupid people that don't take into consideration what is best for the business and what is best for bowling.
Right.
Okay. Now that's a pretty broad statement, and I get that.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know there's room for a lot of different tournaments. There's room for a lot of people to do stuff. Okay. Down in the States, there's something going on every weekend. There's multiple things going on every weekend. Canada, there is not. So why in God's name would you do something that's not going to help grow the game back to where it used to be in Canadian land?
I'll dumb it down for him even more. Let's do math. You had 3 2-person teams. That's 6. 6. You had 50 to 60 bowlers for a tournament. That's 10 times more people for those that can't math. I can't do it in metric, or I'd try.
I tried. I told them, it's not, you should be doing the 9-pin tournament. No, we want to do this.
You might as well be shoveling toonies and loonies and dollar bills into your furnace and burning them. You're throwing money away.
Yep. Because you get a bowling alley full of drinkers, a bowling alley full of people who want to eat, a bowling alley full of people who are going to bowl and put money into your pockets.
So a couple weeks ago, Angie and I were driving back from the Post Malone concert. Okay. And we stopped off at Academy Lanes on Sunday. Angie dropped me off, and I went in to watch the Pro Series. Now, I walk in. There is the middle section of 24 lanes is entirely full. And the women were on the left side, which is 12 lanes. And I think that might have had all 12 lanes full. I can't remember right off the top of my head. Okay. What I'm hearing, what you're telling me, would equate to Danny and Caitlin Finn canceling the Outrun the Bear tournaments to put in a bounty tournament.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Correct.
I get that you may, I get as Calvin, if you and I were a bounty team, I would get, it'd be kind of fun to have another bounty tournament. But if it's only going to get 3 or 4 teams, I would rather have whatever it is. What is it? A 9-pin tournament of some sort? Okay, Ian, good question. What is a bounty tournament?
So I explained this last week. If Ian,
I wasn't here. Please explain again.
If Ian wasn't watching. So how they do the bounty tournament is there is one team that is the bounty. So let's use Tim and myself, for example. So Tim and I are the bounty. As a 2-person woman's team, you have to beat us by 35 pins without the handicap. As a male-female mixed, you have to beat us by 50 pins without the handicap. And as a male-male mix, you have to beat us by 75 pins without the handicap.
Over how many strings?
Over 9 strings. You have to beat it like 1 string out of all, or 7 or 9 or whatever. You just have to beat them 1 string by that. So if they happen to have like 190, you only need like a 265 that string, or 266 without the handicap.
That seems like it's really stacked in the favor of the bounty team.
Oddly enough, it is not, because the bounty team is not great. So, and what they used to do before was that, like, they've done it 2 different ways. The original way was, as soon as it's won, whoever won it. It was over. It was done with. The problem with that is that teams, say like myself and Tim, who are getting 0 handicap and going into a tournament where it's 90 to 100% handicapped, hard for us to make money aside from the bounty. So when the bounty goes and we're in like dead last, there's no point in bowling anymore because we're already out. We lost. It doesn't matter. We have nothing to shoot for now. Whereas what we had before was that the bounty then gets shifted. So if Tim and I were the bounty and we lost to someone, now that person is the bounty. Now they're the bounty to hold it throughout the day. And if they hold it throughout the day, the money's collected. Like whoever holds the bounty at the end of the day is the winner of the bounty. So there's different ways for it to do it, but it's it's definitely weird.
Danny Finn says, "This sounds fun if I could figure it out."
Yeah.
There's a lot of math going on in there.
Yeah. It's definitely very hard to follow and math related. Yeah.
I would just be like, hey, am I throwing a ball now? Okay, cool. Did we win? Cool.
Yeah. Right. And that's what some people do. Other people who are, basically when you have a good game, you go to look see what the bounty's doing to see if you're beating them, essentially, right? Like if you're throwing a 240 or you're on pace for a 250, 260, something like that, you're going to look over at the bounty and see what they're doing. And then you're like, okay, well, they're on a bad string, so I have a good chance. Now let's kind of bear down and go get the money. But exactly the point that Angela made. It's a lot easier to just throw a ball and go, yay, I got a strike, and then be done with it. Exactly.
So I don't agree with Angela much because she's a Habs fan.
Right.
But I can agree with her on this. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
It's again, and I personally think that if a lot of people, I guess, got the concept of 9-pin, that would be like the new tournament, because you're not as angry bowling Candlepin in a 9-pin tournament because you can miss your shot and still only take out, say you have the 8-pin break that everybody loves and you pluck out that one. You're not upset that you plucked out that one. You're so happy that, yeah, right? Exactly. You're so happy. You're like, hey, I plucked out that one, but that's okay. I still am okay with it. So you're a lot happier in a 9-pin tournament. It's not as angry as Candlepin usually is.
True.
Yeah.
And to get back to a comment Nico made way back, when I said about no results, he goes, I posted on your post, check for one result. The problem, Nico, is that if I go to check on that, I lose everything I have up here because Facebook is not intuitive enough for me to bring up the Rip in the Rack page because I lose everything on my own page.
That's because you need to enable cookies, Tim. It'll adapt to you.
Nope, my cookies are all enabled.
I got lots of cookies.
I'm just saying.
Cookies.
So anyway, what do we got going down here? There's actually quite a few things that were posted recently. We do have the 5th annual South Shore Classic at Webster Timber Lanes, January 26th, 2025 at 10 a.m. This is a doubles best 3 out of 5. So your bottom 2 combined team games will be dropped. The cost is $160 per team. Payment is due by 1/12. Payments can be made. Stop sending me stuff, Ryan, whoever you are. Oh my God.
That's a good one, though, isn't it? If that could only be the thumbnail for our episode today.
Oh my God. I can't post that. I really want to, but I can't. Anyway, see Candlepin chat. It's got the information on it. All the information. A possible second shift is going to be added. paying out, if it's full, paying out top 10, $1,500 to the winner. Nico, I can't, unfortunately, post what Brian had shared so eloquently with Calvin and I.
Yeah, you don't want to
Elmo
know.
just likes the way it smells.
Oh, my goodness. Let's see. The Candlepin Corner Christmas Classic, the 4 Cs. That is $1,000 in the CCCC title belt, first place prize.
Wait, there's a belt?
There is a belt.
Oh, I might have to bowl in it now.
I think the 2 p.m. is already full. I have asked if the 2 p.m. is full because, well, I thought about bowling in it. So,
but
we'll
only
see.
hit 2.
Huh? Well, the other one's at 11 a.m. and that's down at Academy, and that would require me getting up at like.
Well, as we found out Thursday night from a fellow league mate, that when you drive 2 hours to go to a tournament, you should get a hotel room.
Well, that is true. Yeah, yeah. So that's Saturday, December 14th of 2024. That is at Academy Lanes. Let's see, it's $80 per bowler, $20 to the house, $60 to the prize fund. This is a singles scratch 9-pin tournament. So sounds like fun to me.
Hey, at least if you get the setback, you only got to make the 2 with the plank on it.
That is true.
So much fun.
Yeah,
It's so
you
much
leave that
fun.
5-pin all the time.
Yeah, it's so much fun to make it.
Cheechin 2024 National Tournament thingy doodle thing.
Pay your money so he can start it.
That's right. It's full. They are accepting payments, so people stop being cheap and get your payments in. Let's see. Once that's paid, we'll put the brackets
Those
together.
are a lot of fun. I do enjoy watching those.
It's a good time. Nico, we don't talk about the ICBA here. I'm boycotting the ICBA for only a short term.
No. I will talk about it when it's properly represented. Where are the Canadians?
That is true, but I will get to that. I will get to that point, Nico. Thank you.
We have Woodstock, but Woodstock never sends anybody anymore.
The Candlepin Bowlers Association, the CBA, has posted on the Candlepin chat. If you're interested in helping out and doing some data entry, there are things to discuss on there. It's pretty cool. And we have the Neko handicap doubles bracket is set.
I was going to say, Nico's got a tournament. Good for him.
They should really spell that NECCO like the old Necco wafers.
All first-round matchups should be complete by October 14th. Streaming is encouraged. Order determined by coin flip and all that fun stuff. So the brackets are posted. If you want to see it, you can go on New England Knockout to see it. It's also listed on Candlepin chat. There's a lot here. I would post it, but then we would take up the rest of the time just talking about the brackets. Mm-hmm. So we'll get more into it.
We'll do a first round summary when it's complete.
I like that. We'll do round by round. Tim, stop reading while you're talking.
Sorry.
Do that tomorrow. So
let me just pull up the old ICBA, and we will talk about the ICBA. Okay. Even though the fact that they still have not recognized the 210 string. Now they have asked for, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, they have asked for.
What do they need to ask for? There's video evidence.
Hold on. I'm trying to find it. God damn, where is this? Danny, you sent it to me once. Can you send it to me again what they're looking for? Because there's far too much stuff in here that you sent me. Oh, they want phone numbers of the witnesses so they can have a discussion with them.
To the ICBA.
Yes.
We are not vetting a Supreme Court justice. It is a string that you can watch on tape. You can slow it down. You could look for fouls. I know that constitutes doing a job, but I mean, you are a governing body. What else do you have to do? Get with the program.
I mean, let's face it.
Now I'm pissed because this is just.
I mean, let's face it.
paperwork
It took how long to recognize Ralph's 245? 17 years or something stupid like that.
So what you're saying is there's a point where someone would break a record and it wouldn't be acknowledged in their lifetime. Man, that's awesome. That is getting work done.
My 514, it's been 7 years.
Yeah, but you're Canadian. They don't recognize anything above Holton.
I know.
So I'm trying to.
When is the CBA going to be our governing body? God, I hope it's soon.
I really hope it's soon. I hope it's soon. Really, really soon.
Me too. Brian, what'd you think of Bad Blood? Did you like it?
I liked the Hell in a Cell match, and that was the ending was okay. It's a filler pay-per-view to get to Survivor Series. It's what it was there to do what it meant to do.
Yeah. I like the last match. It was pretty good.
It was good. The first and the last were good.
Yeah. The middle. I mean, the ending to the Live match was awful, but I did like the match in general.
Actually, sleeper pick. I liked Finn and Damien's match. That was really
good. Finn and Damien's match was real good.
Did you know who produced the Hell in the Cell?
Yes.
Abyss.
Yeah. Obviously.
It explains the toolbox.
Yeah, the toolbox and the bag and even though the beads came out, but the bag was good.
Can I just go on record as saying there is so much crap on the Candlepin chat page?
Oh, don't worry. We're going to get to talk a lot about that coming up in a minute.
I know.
I'm trying to find sweet baby Lord Jesus. How about?
I know. Everybody.
Is there a way we can make
it?
It's crazy.
All right.
We need to add we need to have a Candlepin chat page. We need to have a Candlepin memes page. We need to have a Candlepin tournaments page.
A streaming page.
It's everybody posts everything on there. It's unbelievable. Not unbelievable, unbelievable.
So here's the thing. I do not hate the ICBA. I don't. I appreciate what the ICBA has. It is. I appreciate what the ICBA has done. I appreciate the fact that they are. We never see it, but they try to grow the game their own way. But it's a proprietors association. Okay. Here's the thing. Congratulations to Tim Soucy. Congratulations to Madison Riva. They won the ICBA this weekend. Okay. They bowled fantastic. Soucy was 656. Madison was 631. That is Maddie's third title. And that is Tim's first. So congratulations to them. Let's see. You had Allie Atwell was second at 567 for the women. Shannon Scribner third with 565. Let's see, for the men, Tim Douglas was second with 650. And Tim Haysert. So we had three Tims at the top. But no fourth because I didn't bowl. So there was no fourth.
You weren't invited.
No, I've only been invited once, and they did it on a weekend I couldn't bowl. So, anywho, 638 for Haysert. So, congratulations to all that bowled. There was
every one of the male guys over 600?
Every one of the male guys was over 600.
That's impressive at 20, honestly.
It is. It's tough. Big 20 is not an easy house. So, yes. So, look, this is – and they upped the prize money, which was impressive. I think it was $1,000 to the winner, $750 to second place, and $500 to third place, each third place. So,
Nico makes a great point. What would have happened if a record was broken there? Would it have been the same thing, and it would have taken 3+ months?
Where was that?
Nico's comment. How cool would it have been if on Saturday they said at their tournament, hey, we have a record broken. But no, they didn't use their tournament to recognize the record. But what if a record's broken there?
Oh.
Do they still have to go through the whole logistics and hoops?
Well, the way I'm taking this now, that any record that's ever broken better take this long to recognize.
Well, no, here's the thing, though. Here is what is bothering me about this. Basically, what you're saying is, aside from, well, no, they wouldn't even take men's worlds probably. Basically, you could break a record at any point and they could go, oh, well, that's not a governing body.
I mean, they already recognized, they already went to the lanes. The lanes are sanctioned. They already did everything they needed to do there. They have video.
I have an issue with that. Why do they need to go to the lanes? Does not every ICBA house, are they not sanctioned and certified? Well, once you're certified and sanctioned and you pay your money that year, they shouldn't have to come investigate you because you've already done their legwork.
I know. Here's the only thing I don't know the behind the scenes stuff of it, other than when I bowled my 502 back in, holy shit, when was that? Back in 1994. Russ Neely had to call the Maine State Association, say, hey, we've got a state record. They came either the next day or the day after to double check the 2 lanes that I bowled on. Made sure back then, they made sure we had working foul lights. They made sure that the foul lights were on. They made sure that everything was the way it was supposed to be. That's the only thing I can think of why they would have to go. That's all.
I just see it as MGM, Caesars, and whoever else running the casino association in Vegas. The house runs the house, and the players have no say. Yep. And I think personally, this is me personally, Brian speaking from Brian, not as ripping the rack, it's hot garbage.
I can't disagree. I've tried to be good about this. I have. I mean, look,
we all have.
I don't understand. You had a world record set that should be celebrated, and it's fucking status quo. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's like someone took zip tape and put it over their mouths. Oh my God. People, wake up. Celebrate this shit. Sorry.
I'm not.
No, it's irritating. So, so we got that. We got the Worlds coming up, so we can talk about that. We got a big tournament coming up in Bangor here. Coming what? Next weekend? Not this coming weekend.
2 weekends.
2 weekends.
Not this coming weekend, the weekend after.
It's the 19th.
No?
The
weekend after that.
Oh,
that's right, because Halloween falls on a Friday, so it's the weekend before Halloween, or Thursday. So it's the weekend before Halloween. It's always the weekend before Halloween.
Anyone know how the signups are doing for the Can-Ams?
Canada's down like 18, something like that.
Too soon? Maybe. Hey, you know what? How about we just go on the international Can-Am page and no, they took that down too, didn't they?
Nope, too soon on that too.
Let's not make light of a situation like it sucks, but there's reasons it sucks. And the reasons are, it's the same thing that goes on in the world today, is whoever's in charge doesn't want to listen to anybody. And it has nothing to do with if you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're 800 years old, if you're 10 years old. In fact, I know 10-year-olds that listen better than some of these adults that are on this so-called committee. Now, I'm not bullying everyone because, in my opinion, everyone sucks in this situation.
We should have started grinding gears with Brian.
Let's face it, the Can-Am, a once great tournament. Tim, you bowled it back in the day, had some of the, and this isn't like the new good bowlers trying to get extra money out of people. It's not. There's always been great bowlers, Hall of Fame bowlers that have bowled in this tournament. But somewhere along the lines, the people that run this tournament forgot that it's for the bowlers. And it's just for them now. And it's a really sad state of affairs when this tournament has turned into a fucking flaming dumpster fire because we're worried about the color of the shirt that a team is wearing. You know what? I'll throw myself out there. I had an American flag shirt. Was it navy blue? No. But if you didn't know what country I bowled for, I'm sorry. Maybe maybe the world isn't a safe place for you anymore if you can't figure out an American flag means I'm bowling for America. I could understand if I was wearing a tie-dye shirt, but I wasn't. And the fact that really, and I'll let somebody else hop in here, but the fact that pisses me off to no end is that tournament in the rule book. Now, when you're given a rule book for the tournament, is that not the rules that govern that tournament? The fucking words blue were written in Carolina blue, and they're trying to tell me it's Navy. Nate Lees, you can get that by. Nate, I love you, but you can get colors by Nate. You can't me. It's a sad state of affairs that 5 people ruined a tournament for 60 plus people. End of rant.
More than 60. 60 per country.
Yeah.
Well, let's face it. One country is making it so none of them can bowl. In fact, I find it really funny you're begging for teams, but telling people who bowled in the past just because you're friends with someone, you can't bowl anymore. Pound sand.
Hey, you're bullying.
Yeah, don't be bullying.
I ain't bullying everybody. I said everyone sucks.
So I obviously have been removed from the Can-Am for a few years. Okay. Now I removed myself from the Can-Am.
As did I.
Because of the direction, a couple of reasons. One, of the direction that it was headed. Okay. 2, when I was told that I couldn't bowl with who I wanted to bowl with. And I looked and I said, wait, excuse me? It's my spot. No, it's your team spot.
Oh, that.
Hold on. I'm not done. So here's the thing. Many, many moons ago, okay, I bowled the Can-Am several years. We're talking back in 1989, 1990, 91, okay? Many, many, many moons ago. And then work got in the way. Money got in the way. I had to choose between the Can-Am and the Worlds because it was always
back-to-back weekends. Yeah.
Back-to-back weekends and stuff like that. And, well, frankly, I'm going to choose the Worlds 100% of the time. When I got back into the Can-Am, I was asked to sub. Sure. So I subbed. And then I was asked to bowl with a bowler. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll get in it. But when a spot opens up, I want my own spot because there are people I would like to bowl with. Mm-hmm. It had nothing to do with the personality, had nothing to do with anything other than I was friends with these other bowlers. And that's who I wanted to bowl with. So that came up and I was told, I said, look, a spot's going to open up. I'd like to have that spot. And was told, no, you cannot have that spot because you're already on a spot. You're already on a team. And I said, I don't, no, I want my own team. I want this spot because I'd like to bowl with who I want to bowl with. So I said, okay, then I'm done. Find someone else. I appreciate you asking me to bowl. Took that tournament off. And then I put my name on the, what do you want to call it? The wait list. Okay. Of which I was told several times, Tim, you are the number 1 person on the wait list. You're right at that top of the list. 10 years I was on the wait list. 10 years I was not asked to bowl when they were asking others to bowl. And now, would you like to know why I wasn't asked to bowl?
Can I tell? Because I was the one that told you why you weren't.
Brian, why was I not allowed to bowl?
Well, a little backstory. I went up to a committee meeting. I did things the right way. They said, hey, come to this committee meeting, plead your case. And I did. And I taped the whole thing. And I won't even say I didn't. I took my cell phone out. I had a record thing on it. I put it right in the middle of the table. So this is recorded for anybody that would like to hear it. I pled my case and they said, well, you can either do this way or not bowl. And I said, well, I won't bowl. And they go, well, you can be on the sub list. And I go, well, that list means nothing. Tim's been on it for 10 plus years and you never call him. Well, he says no too often. So we just stopped calling.
So I said
that's
no.
From a Hall of Fame bowler, by the way.
Yep. I said no like 3 or 4 times because I wasn't being given a spot. I was said, hey, we've got a male bowl. This person needs a male bowler. You're bowling. I said, excuse me? That's not how this works. There is a spot open. I want the spot, and I will bring my own bowler. Maine bowler, because at the time you had to be from Maine. And was told, no, I had to bowl with certain people. And I said no. And I said no. And I said no. And then I stopped being asked. And every year I would say, hey, am I still on the wait list? Oh, yeah, you are. Okay. Am I high up? Yep, you're next on the wait list. So why am I not being asked? And no one would ever give me an answer. Okay. So I don't have a lot of love for the folks running the Can-Am. All right. They may be nice people outside of the game. Matter of fact, most of them are. Most of them outside the bowling alley, wonderful people.
Great citizens, awesome people.
Yep. I've even bowled with a couple of them and other things.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're in a position of leadership, okay, not power, because that just sounds foolish. But when you're
that's what it is in this case, Tim.
I know. When you're in a position of leadership, part of being a leader is listening. Hearing what is needed, hearing what is kind of out there, right? Getting ideas, how can we improve the game? Guys, we're really struggling. What can we do? I know. Let's just make it harder for people. Let's not you know what? Brian's a good guy, but let's not let him bowl with who he wants to bowl with. And I won't even get onto the Canadian side of things because, frankly, the fact that there's two different sets of rules boggles my mind for one tournament.
And frankly, the fact you're having teams roll off when you can't fill a shift is funny.
That never happened, but yeah.
I had another thought, and I'm trying to formulate it without us getting kicked off from YouTube. So, Calvin, what's going on what's from the Canadian side of things? Talk a little bit about if you want to.
If you feel comfortable, share.
Yeah.
It's a safe place, buddy.
This is a safe place.
My thoughts. My thoughts go back like 10 years ago because I had a spot myself 10 years ago when I was bowling with someone, and I was having problems with our committee back then. And then I left the Can-Ams for that simple reason. So this is we're probably going on about 11 years of issues with this committee. And when, again, the same kind of situation, this whole imaginary wait list that they have or had was a very, I guess, point of anger, I guess, for me and for other bowlers in Canada. And come back was not easy. The only reason I did it was because my wife was bowling in it, and it was a weekend away, and it was a weekend together where we were both bowling or bowling with each other or bowling with other people. So that was kind of the only reason that I did come back. And how this is all going, I've kind of taken the mindset of I don't give a flying rat's ass. I know they're going to do what they want to do. And as it's now being shown, they've almost killed one of the biggest tournaments in bowling that has been going on for years, because you don't want to listen to your bowlers. You want to demand your bowlers. As I'm sure you've learned with your kids and with people in the world, if you try to demand people to do things, the fight back will be worse than what you think. Telling people that if you don't wear this shirt, you can't bowl, or we will force you to wear a different shirt, not going to work. Telling people you do it this way or you don't bowl, people will not bowl. First off, this is the biggest tournament before one of the biggest tournaments and another biggest tournament, back-to-back weekends. People will absolutely choose not bowling and saving the money that they will save by not going. Simple as that. This is the weekend before Worlds. Do I want to go down to the States a week before I go down to the States again and spend a whole week and more money? No. I do it because I want to bowl, because I enjoy the tournament. I don't enjoy it anymore. And it's good practice, and I'm warmed up for the Worlds. Do I want to go before Mixed Worlds? No, because I'm going down for a whole week, basically a whole week. I might as well stay there the whole week because I'm there the weekend, and then I'm back on Wednesday or Thursday whenever we go down. Do I want to do that? No, but I do it because that's the tournament and that's the way it's going. So if you want to try to force people to do things, they will literally end their time in the tournament. Simple as that. As you can see by the amount of teams that have dropped out, and you are begging for teams to go. You are begging for Americans to come over to the Canadian side when 2-3 years ago, before this all started, there was a wait list of 12 people, different people who had different partners trying to get into this tournament. And now you're looking for teams.
So this has also been a bone of contention with me with this tournament. I bowl, or when I was bowling, I bowl to obviously try to win. Like, that's why I bowl. I have always been of the mindset that if I'm going to win a tournament, it should at least get my money back, what I spent to bowl in said tournament. If I do the math, if I got to stay in a hotel room for a couple of nights and eat, obviously.
I did the math a minute ago, Tim. You're talking $600 for a weekend when your entry fee, a hotel room, $100 a night. Let's say for a decent hotel room. None of us want to stay.
Where were you staying for $100 a night?
I'm just trying to be simple, Tim.
I know.
Huh? We could stay at the Super 8 or whatever. We stay at the Super 8 or whatever it is by the airport for like $90 a night.
Okay, so Tim doesn't do Super 8. You got to understand. He doesn't have calluses on his hands. He's a Ramada at the least guy. Yeah. But anyways, it's about $600 when you factor in hotels, food, your entry fee, gas, and all that.
So to win, you're winning $500.
Mm-hmm.
That's a net loss.
Oh yeah, you're not making money in this tournament. So it baffles me the fact that this committee thinks that they can force bowlers to do what they want and waste their money.
Because the majority of the committee members are doing this for a weekend with friends.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Well, hold on.
Go ahead, Brian.
Well, before everybody gets into this, because it's going to be like, oh, look at the pro bowlers. They just want to make money, and it's all about the money. No, it's not. It's about, yes, I want to have a fun weekend with people that I really enjoy spending the weekend with, but I don't want it to cost me a house payment to do it.
But it's not even, I'm not even at that point. And even so, obviously it's not bothering, well, it hasn't bothered people. Because, again, this tournament has ran for so long. I'm more to the point where I'm not going to waste money if I'm not going to have fun. And I'm not going to have fun if this tournament is going to be run like it is. I'm going to have to stop for a second.
So to piggyback on that is, I know I brought up money. Okay, money plays a little bit of a part in this. Mm-hmm. But Calvin's right. I bowl to try to win, but to have fun while I'm trying to win. I'm not going up for a weekend of I'm sorry, I'm not going up for a weekend to hang out, spend all of that money. Oh, and now bowl 16 strings plus hopefully make the cash spiel. Because God forbid you call it the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not doing that. I already spend a lot of time, or I did in the past, going to tournaments, the Worlds, the Mixed Worlds, the Pro Series events, the main Pro Tour events, all of these things where I could spend time with friends and try to win money.
And let's face it, if it was about the money for me, I wouldn't be bowling, because I don't win very much money when I bowl. Unless I happen to be bowling with one of these two fine individuals. Then I have a chance to make some money.
And even then, we haven't the last 2 years.
Right. Well, Calvin, I don't understand what it is about Augusta, but once you hit the Capitol building, you forget how to bowl sometimes.
What do you mean, man? It's not that I forget how to bowl. I hit the head pin. It's the head pin that doesn't know how to work for me.
So
is true.
I'm tired of people blaming. How do I word this? I'm tired of people in position of power or the leadership or whatever it is blaming the bowlers for something they've done. I'm tired of it. I'm not even bowling the Can-Ams. Frankly, I don't even give a shit. I'm not even going.
I had a great quote when I saw this coming about a week ago. And they said, we will continue the tournament no matter what. And I'm like, yeah. And the band played when the Titanic sank too. That's what this is.
I know. As it is, we have the International Mixed Doubles in August, where some of the Canadians are now coming down because they've chosen that they would rather bowl in that, because it's at the end of August and it's not the weekend before the Worlds.
And it's far enough separated from the mixed worlds where you still aren't cramming all your time off together in 3 weeks, and you have a little chance to save some money, more money up.
So the only thing that's missing is, if you've got the International Mixed Doubles in August, is a second tournament in Canada. You could run it in Moncton in, when's the 560s in February?
February, yeah.
Okay, so you could run a second half of the International Mixed Doubles in March, like the middle to the end of March. I don't know what it runs up. You couldn't do it this coming year. You need a full year to get it going.
Well, Mona is trying too. Mona Lamar. Mona has her mixed doubles that she does in May in Augusta. And I know she had been talking to Moncton at Fairlanes to try and get a second stop up there in September. So I know the hang up there was that a lot of the Canadians wanted it handicapped, and Mona's like, well, it's a scratch tournament.
Right, the International Mixed Doubles is a scratch tournament.
Right.
Yeah.
The Can-Am is a scratch tournament.
Can-Am's a scratch tournament. So why are you trying to handicap it now?
Because that's the way bowling's going, Tim.
Might as well make it 9-pin handicap.
9-pin, no tap, 369 handicapped. There we go. Everyone's happy.
I don't know. We've got some really good things going on in this game, and you've got a couple of big things that are weighing it down, and it shouldn't. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid that the ICBA hasn't recognized Jenny's 210, and it's stupid about what's going on with the Can-Ams.
Yep.
They have a common theme, if anyone's noticed.
Stupidity.
Bureaucracy.
But there's no way. Punch myself right in the.
Yep.
Anyway, it'd be more fun than. So let's finish up. What do we got? Our next is our next
one will be just before the Can-Ams.
So our next one is the 21st, and that is the last one before the Men's Worlds.
Yeah.
So that'll be a Men's World special.
The Men's Worlds, we are start on the 4th, and that would technically be the next one. And frankly, I'm not going to do one while I'm down there. So
that'll probably be state championship week for us. So.
No, that would be November.
Will be the Class C state game.
Nope. No, Class C state game will be November 16th, I believe.
The 1st is the first round of the playoffs. The 8th would be the second round. So no.
16th.
Yeah.
I believe the 16th will be.
Yeah.
Angela wants a men's world's pick pool, Calvin.
And Angela, if the Americans bowled with the Canadians and I was one of them, I would bowl shirtless and just paint myself.
So the next one we do, Calvin will have a pick pool ready.
No.
You're not doing it this year?
If somebody wants to run it, I'm okay with it.
I don't want to run it, so I'm not doing it.
I'm not. Nose is on that one, boys.
All right, so the next one will be Monday the 21st, where we will spend the majority of that talking about the men's worlds. We'll have our picks. We'll talk about high average, what our standard
world.
That one will probably not have any updated news in it. That one will probably just all worlds talk. That way we have plenty of time.
No, because I kind of like having a little grind our gears, every once in a while.
Well, if nobody pisses us off and does stupid shit, we don't have to do that.
Well, what if we piss each other off and have stupid shit?
We do that in our group chat.
That is true. Can I share what you sent me?
No. We will get kicked off of this so quick.
Have you seen this shit on YouTube? We're not going to get kicked off.
No.
It's 7 a.m.
Time to go.
Time to go.
Brian,
all right, folks, if you want, you can send your questions, your comments, your concerns to rippingtherackpodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter or X. You can find us on Snapchat individually. You can find us all over the place. Brian, where else? Well, you kind of said a little bit of the disclaimer, so the dulcet tones of Brian Athar, folks.
Thank you so much, everyone. So you can hear us on Anchor, Breaker, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can also find us on YouTube, where we are live and we upload all of our episodes. And today's episode was a little spicy due to some stupid decisions made by some groups of people that we talked about tonight. If those offended you, I am so very sorry. Go hug your teddy bear and cry into your pillow. Have a great night, everyone.
And I'm going to try to see if I can't. What did I say? It was episode 19 of the Friday?
15.
19.
19.
Oh.
I gotta find out what it was now, because I'm curious what.
Well, you'll never
I have
find
an idea. I'll tell you off the show.
All right, folks. Appreciate it. Go team. Patriots suck.
Patriots.
Go Bruins.